Okay, lithium batteries. I understand while I'm bringing it up that you're also hearing that managers are hearing about it, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Quite often, we've seen the last 4 to 6 months, pretty much since the start of the new year, we're getting questions almost on a weekly basis from different managers regarding questions that they've gotten from either their board or their residents at open meetings.
And you told me before I hit the record button that typically, as soon as there's a fire or a news related story, boards and managers can expect some questions sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. We're finding that people are putting themselves in that position or that scenario, and they're seeing the catastrophic damage that it can cause. And basically, they want to try to prevent that as much as possible. So they're asking, do the insurance companies have a stance, or what are ways that they can be proactive from a risk management standpoint as an association to help limit those losses, if at all?
All right, so where is the industry right now?
Yeah, we're in a wait and see mode. There's heavy research going on with carriers all across the country, specifically with community associations. They want to know a little bit more details just about the fire suppression systems, how long it takes to put fires out. There's a lot of statistics out there that you can read on some reports. But right now, there's no insurance carrier that I'm aware of that has made a specific stance in regards to limiting any potential loss due to a lithium-ion battery. But I do anticipate changes coming down the road in the next years to come.
Is there anything that associations should be thinking about now, or should they just be basically on a wait and see approach?
Well, wait and see approach is certainly going to be part of it. But from a risk management proactive standpoint, they can have these discussions. They could speak to their attorney to see, what limitations can they put in place, what's legal, are there any statutes that are out that they can implement as an association, to maybe limit the amount of batteries or keep track of them, something along those lines. The other thing they could do is think about where they're storing them. If they're storing them near a boiler room or in a basement, that could pose a little bit of a higher fire hazard than something on the first floor or an outdoor garage shed. And also just making sure that there's adequate fire suppression systems. Now, obviously, these fires are a lot more powerful than an average fire, with just wood, but it's just something that they can keep in mind to be proactive.
Are they also looking at the weight issue? Is that falling into the same category? Because these electric vehicles they just weigh so much. Obviously, I'm talking about parking garages.
Yeah, in regards to parking garages, right now we've seen a massive uptick in losses due to either collapse or, severe weight issues that cause the collapse, so to speak, due to deferred maintenance. So associations right now, they're being asked to check the structural integrity of their parking garages, and that would be a stressor to that parking garage if there's an inordinate amount of heavy vehicles. Now, whether that's just going to be for electric vehicles, how do you exclude, let's say a commercial truck that's, 10, 12,000 pounds. So where do you draw the line? Is it just only for electric vehicles, or can you include, heavy, large commercial as well? Another thing to keep in mind regarding these parking garages is the installation of these electric vehicle charging stations. So, how many are you allowed to input or into your parking garage, where it's located and whatnot. So those are all things that you have to keep into account.